My name is Adrian Holguin, and welcome into Klein Scott Field, the 1-11 Newton Rebels, preparing to take on, of course, the Kingman Islanders. On the season, the Kingman Islanders, a record of 6-6 and on a one-game win streak. The Rebels trying to turn their season around after some pitching woes and honestly a bit of trouble kind of finishing off these ball games. A lot of time still to kind of fix those issues. We'll see if they can do so tonight. Once again, Klein Scott Field, Conrad Insurance Group Family Night here in Newton, Kansas. My name is Adrian Holguin. Once again, we'll be back in just a matter of moments for the top of the first. But first, let's run through maybe the starting lineup for the Newton Rebels. Jordy Lopez is going to be starting us off at the top spot. Ryan Ruggiero, the designated hitter. Sheng Yang Zhang going to be set third up. Titan Goebel, Justice Hinesley, Cooper Addison, Alex Conoyer, Lance Wyke, and Blake Koss. Going to be filling out the duties in terms of hitting for the Newton Rebels. Once again, taking on the 6-11, or the 6-6. Kingman Islanders. Jeez Louise, trying to get in the swing of things. Bear with me. Head coach for the Newton Rebels, Justin Hinesley. Colin Parks rounding out the assistant coaching spot for the Newton Rebels. Kingman Islanders, of course, going to be starting off in the batter's box. We'll see if they can test the Newton Rebels early on in today's contest. Rebels can't afford to take too many more losses if they, of course, hope to make the big dance come the end of the season in Wichita, Kansas. Interesting thing to kind of look at as well for Kingman, a lack of maybe lineup depth. We'll see if that can kind of play a factor and maybe be a benefit for the Newton Rebels here today in Newton, Kansas, once again on Conrad Insurance Group Family Nights. Ben Wallachek makes his way over to the batter's box to start us out here in Klein Scott Field. Once again, the Islanders coming in with an overall record of 6-6. Rebels, on the other hand, 1-11. Zhang going to be starting out behind home plate at the catching spot. Number 18, Tate Lewis, stares him down from the pitching mound, fires it in, and forces strike number one. Five Cloud County players for Kingman. And is it the Kingman Islanders or the Cloud County Islanders? I mean, some would have to ask. Ball number one. Lewis pitch number 3. Coming up. Fires it in. A little bit to the outside. Ball number 2. 2-1 count. St. Louis out of Dewey, Oklahoma. Attending Southwestern College. Lewis in, and it makes contact from the Islanders. Fly ball out to center field, and the Newton Rebels do away with that one. Out number one, top of the first. One batter goes out. Of course, makes sense. Another batter comes in. Reitmeyer next up for the Islanders. First Lewis pitch in and up top and inside. Batter had going to lean back off of that one. Ball number one. 1-0 count. 1 out. Top of the first. No runners on base for the Islanders. Gets a fly ball out to center field. Up top again. 2-0 count. Lewis pitch number 7. Fires in, contact made. Another fly ball. Not going to go too far. And the Rebels, once again, come up with a great closing on the fly ball. 2 outs. Top of the first. Jurovic going to be next up for the Islanders. So the top 2 members of the lineup for the Islanders get taken care of swiftly by the Rebel defense. That's a mouthful. In and down low, Jurovic, Mid-America Christian College. Ball 1. Next pitch, more of the same, ball 2. 2 outs, top of the first. The Rebels starting off hot on the defensive side. Tate Lewis, pitch number 10. Comes in and not going to be called a strike, going to be called ball number 3. Look to be a little outside and to the top. And another ball going to lead to the early walk over to first base for the Islanders. Last home game we saw the Rebels participate in, we saw a lot of those walks kind of turn out to be unfortunate in the long run for the Rebels, kind of caught up to them a little bit. A lot of easy runs scored against them. Going through, contact made over the head of the third baseman for the Rebels, out to left field. Rebels finally get it back into the infield, and the runner's going to stay at first and second. Could have been a lot worse, but nevertheless, a base hit allowed. Carter Helm, I should say. Going to be next up, taking on Tate Lewis. First pitch in and contact made over the head of Jordy Lopez. Runner rounding the bases, going to be the first run home for the Islanders, who still have runners on first and second. Corey Reese. He just heard it from the PA announcer. Next up. 2 outs, still top of the first. Big chance for the Rebels to stop the bleeding. Tate Lewis pitch in. Runner trying to steal second. Steals way over from second to third. Not going to matter, though, as a beautiful pitch from Lewis himself leads to the out at first base. Top of the first commences with the Islanders up 1-0 over the Newton Rebels. We'll be back. Bottom of the first coming up. Welcome back to Klein Scott Field. The Islanders get one up on the Rebels in the top of the first. Bottom of the first coming up from Klein Scott Field. Look at some of our financial partners. Newton Lions Club, Best Pest Control, Miller Insurance Agency Incorporated, Charleston Insurance, Union State Bank, Faith and Life Bookstore, Big Brother, and Big Sisters of Harvey County. Court-appointed Special Advocate Group, Midway Motors of Newton, Mark Fox, Local Wagon Realtor, and Conradi Insurance Group. Once again, Conradi Insurance Group Family Night here in Newton, Kansas, home of the Newton Rebels. Judy Lopez going to start us off in terms of batting for the Newton Rebels. Last outing against the Dirtbags. Put up a batting average of .324. In the home, in the away affair for the club. Carter Helm out of Barton Community College is going to start off the pitching for the Islanders. Once again, Jody Lopez come off of a pretty solid start just a few days ago against the Dirtbags. Going to step up first. First pitch winded up and sent in down low. Going to just remain within the strike zone. 0-1 count. Pitch number 2, down low, but off of the hand of the catcher for the Islanders. 1-1 count. Jody Lopez, of course, a fixture, the top Newton Rebel lineup this season. Spending most of his time over at the shortstop spot on the defensive side. Pitch number 3, and then Lopez makes contact. Out to the shortstop. Was that the announcer jinx? I don't know, but out number 1. Bottom of the first. Ryan Ruggiero going to be next up. Designated hitter tonight. Hometown kid out of North Newton, Kansas. Test the memory on that one. I mean, is he above or below the tracks? Who knows? Out number 1. Once again, bottom of the first. First pitch in. And ball number 1. Pitch to the outside. Ruggiero not going to swing at it. 2-0 count. Next pitch fired in. Outside, a little bit uncontrolled. Would have been some runners rounding the bases for the Rebels. If some base hits would have already been put up. 3-0 count. Pitch number 6 fired in. Just inside the strike zone to the outside. 3-1 count. Beautiful pitch put up. But the next one makes contact from Ruggiero out to right field. And Ruggiero going to be called out. Beautiful defensive play by the defense of the Islanders. Once again coming into this game. The overall record of 6-6. Zhang going to be next up. Catcher tonight for the Rebels. Two outs once again, bottom of the first. Rebels found themselves down early on in these contests many a times this season so far. If they can avoid that, would be a big time step in the right direction. Tonight, foul ball. Right behind the batter. Strike 1. Zhang, pitch number 2, contact made out to left field, and it hits the ground. Going to be a base hit for him. Another batter coming up. Titan Gable. Got to be next to that big number 8. Another one of these kind of consistent hitters for the Rebels. We'll see if his luck continues heading into tonight. His last outing put up a .267 batting average against the Dirtbags. Once again, Zhang on first base. Picture for the Rebels. Pitch sent in. The outside, no swing. Ball 1. Pitch number 2 still being awaited on. Gable not going to swing at it. Gable. That faces a 2-0 count. 2 outs. Still bottom of the first. The Islanders, after being allowed to walk, rounded the bases and put up a run of their own. Start off the ball game. Rebels down 1-0. Here in Client Scott Field, Colorado Insurance Group Family Night. Ball number 3. Titan Gable out of Pratt Community College, McPherson, Kansas, where he currently resides, but now he resides over at first base. A beautiful walk, a beautiful showing of discipline for the young player. Justice Hinesley going to be next up to test the defense of the Islanders. Rebels, of course, 2 outs already, but starting around the bases, runners on first and second. Pitch number 1 into Hinesley to the outside. Ball number 1. It's like Helm kind of loves that outside pitch just outside the strike zone, so for the Rebels to pick up on. Next pitch, more of the same to the outside and down low into the dirt. I should say 2-0 count. Justice Hinesley once again the batter up for the Rebels. Runners on first and second. Zhang at second. Pitch for the Rebels and Gable at first. Pitch number 3 in and to the downside of the strike zone. 3-2-1 count. 2 outs. Still bottom of the first. Here in Klein Scott Field, not a cloud in sight. Beautiful day for some baseball. Rich looks back at second and fires it in, forces a swing from Hinesley. 2-2 count. Again, 2 outs. Bottom of the first. 1 more strike. Lead to an end of the first inning. Hinesley. Oh, gonna be allowed to head all the way over to first after the miscommunication between the pitcher and the catcher, but not going to lead to much as he does get out at first base to end off the first inning. The Islanders leading the Rebels by a score of 1-0. Once again, the end of the first inning. We'll be back. Top of the second coming up here on Colorado Insurance Group Family Night in Klein Scott Field. Top of the second coming up here from Clyde Scott Field. My name is Adrian Holguin. Let's get some more about financial partners. Start off The second inning, Patriot Roofing Services, Platinum PDR Plus Paint, Roofing Services Unlimited, Brett Kaufman to be exact, Shamrock Car Wash and Pouch Enterprises, John Oldham family, Newton Rebels founder Carl Hodges and family. Rebels, of course, founded all the way back in the year 2000. Made the big dance in Wichita, total of 14 times. And Arma Coatings of Wichita, Incorporated. Landon Roltz. Going to start off to gone. Big number 18, Tate Lewis. Page number 1 from Lewis. Fired in and contact made out to right field. And another great job by the Rebel defense of bringing down the fly ball in the outfield. Out number 1. Top of the second. Kyle Reese out of Pratt Community College faces a 1-0 count from Lewis, who's already put up 16 total pitches tonight. One out, still top of the second. The Rebels doing a great job kind of limiting these opportunities for the Islanders, but nevertheless gave up 1 run top of the first. But now, top of the second, chance to redeem yourself. 2-0 count. 2-0 pitch comes in. Another fly ball brought down by the Rebels. 2 outs. Top of the second. Now, number 5, Striker in. Striker Hake at a Cloud Community College. Once again, 5 Cloud County players going to be out there for Kingman tonight. Next up the bat. Pitch number 1 in and strike number 1. Pitch number 2. Not brought in by Zhang. On the rebound. 1-1 count. Still 2 outs, top of the second. Rebels trying to pick up their second win of the season here tonight on Conradi Insurance Group Family Night. Two one. Lewis pitch number 22 in and big swing. Leads to a fly ball and Jordy Lopez brings it down. 3rd out, top of the second, bottom of the second coming up. The Rebels hold all the momentum after a tough top of the first. We'll be back.
Now batting number 15, Cooper Addison.
Cooper Addison going to step up for his first trip to the box so far tonight. Big number 15, left-handed hitter for the Rebels. Islanders up 1-0. Head again to the bottom of the second. More of a host families, Becky Day family, Carrie Boone family, Heather Haskew family, Hope Graber family, Kelly Peoples family, Kim Pouch family, Melissa Wardell family, and Michelle Kaufman family. 1-0 count. Pitch number 2 to the outside. Once again, the Islanders kind of falling in love with that outside pitch. 2-0. Pitch, hard contact out to center field. And the Islanders able to bring it down. Tough break once again for Cooper Addison.
Alex
Canoyer. Somebody next up. First baseman. / third baseman for the Rebels this season. 1 out. Bottom of the second. Pitch number 1 to the outside. Ball number 1, Canoyer. Last chance out. 2-1-7. This last sequence of trips to the plate. 2-0. No runners on base yet for the Rebels. Pitch number 3. Fired in and contact made out to left field. And the Islanders barely steal the out. Holy smokes, the ball was heading in to the outfielder and the sun. He had to catch it in the shade. Heck of a play as White now steps up for the at-bat for the Rebels. 2 outs. Bottom of the second, going to reset the count. The Islanders leading 1-0. Islander pitch number 26 in. And inside, ball 1. Next pitch, going to be right down the strike zone. 1-1. Another Helm. Trademark outside pitch. 2-1. Bottom of the second, Klein Scott Field. Next pitch. Contact made after the shortstop, and a beautiful play almost made by the Islander defense to get White out at first base, but throw just off the mark. White going to stay at first. Base hit for the Rebels.
Now batting Blake
Koss. How can we next up? At bat. 4. Of course, your Newton Rebels.
You figured it out.
Koss facing a 1-0 count now. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. White on first. Next pitch in, and once again outside and down low. 2-0. Reach the bottom of the starting lineup. For the Rebels, Jody Lopez is going to be on deck. Pitch number 32. Swung at, out to third, and going to be the third out of the bottom of the second for the Newton Rebels. Currently trailing the Islanders 1-0 after 1 run was put up in the top of the second. Top of the third coming up here for Clyde Scott Field on Conradi Insurance Group Family Night. Stay with us. Top of the third, about to commence here in Klein Scott Field. Let's look at some of our in-kind supporters. My name, once again, Adrian Holguin, Gorilla Apparel, Signs and Web, Back Alley Pizza, Bob Birkin, BuyLocalPlus.com Magazine, Newton Rec Center, YMCA of Newton, and the Greater Wichita YMCA in summer days. Ben Wallachek, next up to bat. For the Islanders, who currently lead 1-0, they're putting up one solo run in the top of the first. Tate Lewis still out to pitch. For the Rebels, your starter tonight. Lewis pitched number one, and contact made, fly ball. And Jody Lopez picks up his second fly ball of the evening. Out number one, top of the third. Trent Rittmeyer next up for the Islanders, second in the starting lineup. Didn't have much success. Got struck out by Tate Lewis's last at bat. And foul ball to the left side. Strike one. Should say a Union State Bank foul ball. Next pitch, contact made, fly ball out to center field, and out number two. Here in the top of the third.
Now at number 2, Gavin Yurovich.
Gavin Yurovich. Eastern Europe. He's a Eastern Europe center. Third player in the starting lineup for the Islanders. Pitch one and to the outside, ball one. Lewis kind of trying to fill out these batters so far. Hasn't had a bad game yet to in the slightest, I should say. Top of the third, strike one. That was a big time slider. I mean, somehow went through the strike zone, ended up down low. 1-1 count. 7:30 p.m. here in Klein Scott Field. Contact made out to left field. And the Rebels not going to be able to bring it down. Runner rounding the base, Justice Hensley was the one that got tested on that one. And it's going to be a trip all the way over to third. Holy smokes, a hot start. This time here in the top of the third, 2 outs though. Yurovich put the team on his back.
Number 12,
All the way from home to third on that one. Froon going to step up next. 2 outs still, top of the third. Runner now on third for the Rebels, or for the Islanders. What am I saying? I don't even know. 2 outs. Lewis picks number 29, sent in, and in the strike zone. Strike one. Lewis, pitch number 2, contact made out to third, and a beautiful job by the infield of the Rebels, picking up the third out of the top of the third. Once again, the Islanders leading here in Klein Scott Field, 1-0 after putting up one solo run in the top of the first. My name is Adrian Holguin, and we'll be back for the bottom of the third. The Rebels going to be at bat.
all the Rebels on social at And now batting for the Rebels, number 22, Bernie Lopez.
Conrad Insurance Group family night here in Klein Scottfield, Newton, Kansas. Jody Lopez is going to start us off. Bottom of the third, Islanders leading the Rebels 1-0. The Islanders coming to this matchup with an overall record of 6-6. Rebels looking for their second win of the season here today. Pitch number one, and Lopez showed a bunt. Going to be strike number one. No out still, bottom of the third. Pitch number two, Lopez. Not going to see it through. Ball number one. Lopez, strike number two, 1-2 count. Carter Hellman of Barton Community College. Pitch number 36. And Lopez makes contact out to first, and Helm going to finish the job. Getting Lopez out at first. First out. Bottom of the third.
Number 7, Ryan Ruggiero.
Ryan Ruggiero. Next up in the batting order, out of Newton, Kansas. Once again, one out. Bottom of the third. Usually we see Ruggiero kind of lower down in the lineup. Maybe the coaches put some more trust in the young player. Ruggiero, a catcher slash outfielder at Hudson Community College. Sophomore out of Newton, Kansas. Ball one. Ruggiero showed bunt. Pulls back in time. Ball two. Next one, Ruggiero makes contact. Right into the catch fence. Catch fence might have saved my life. Ball number two. Or strike number one. Pitch. Caught a ball up top. Ball number three. This Ruggiero kind of getting a little bit more patient in terms of his at-bats for the Rebels of the course. Early part of the season, going to be strike number two. Looked to be a little bit low from up here, but umpire has a better view than I do. Strike number two. Siding pitch comes in, and it will be a ball to the outside. Ruggiero going to head over to first base. With the Zhang going to be next up. Catcher for the Rebels. Once again, Ruggiero over at first base. Kind of, I feel like showing a bit more calmness as we kind of get further through the early portion or first half of the season for the Newton Rebels. Ruggiero gets caught nearly over at first, but barely going to be called safe. Good heads-up play by the sophomore at Hutchinson Community College. Pitch, and that time right to the left of the shortstop. Zhang going to head over to first. He's going to stay at first, but Ruggiero makes it over to third. Runners on first and third for the Rebels. Still only one out, bottom of the third. Titan Gable going to be next up. We saw him get on base. His first at-bat of the night. With one base hit, will send Ruggiero home and tie this ball game up 1 run apiece here in the bottom of the third. Once again, Conrad Insurance Group family night here at Klein Scottfield. Ball one. So our meal makers, Pathway Care Women's Care Group, First Baptist Church, Newton First United Methodist Church, The Table, and Hope Graber. Next pitch, and it's to the inside, and Zhang going to be called out at second. Ruggiero Comes away unscathed over at third. Zhang was just a millisecond away from being safe at second. It's a beautiful play by the infield of the Islanders. Out number 2, bottom of the third. Pitch in. Tyson. Strike 1. Big swing at it. Swinging for the proverbial fences. 2-1. Global contact out to right field. Going to hit the ground, and Ruggiero puts the Rebels up on the board. 1-1 is the score here in the bottom of the third. 2 outs. Justice Hinesley going to be next up once again. Ruggiero got on play from being patient, getting the walk all the way over to first. Pitch in and strike 1. Once again, 2 outs, bottom of the third. 48 total pitches. For the Islanders, only 30 for the Rebels. The Newton Rebels being very consistent, very opportunistic so far. Fly ball. Possibly going to bring up the third out of the bottom of the third. But nevertheless, before that, Ruggiero finds his way home for the Newton Rebels and ties this ball game up 1 run apiece. The Islanders going to get a chance to match when we come back here in Klein Scott Field. Conrad Insurance Group Family Night here in Newton, Kansas. Top of the fourth, Rebels tied up with the Islanders, 1 run apiece here in Klein Scott Field. Once again, top of the fourth here on Conrad Insurance Group Family Night. My name is Adrian Holguin, and batter up to bat up against St. Louis. First pitch in, up top. Ball number 1. 1-0 count. The Islanders once again scored their run top of the first after being allowed a walk out to first, then a pair of base hits. St. Louis picks number 32, and in contact made out to center field. Going to hit the ground. Going to be a base hit for the Islanders. Not the start the Rebels were looking for. In the top of the fourth, 0 outs. Corey Reese going to be next up. Had some success hitting earlier on tonight. We'll see if he can continue that. Defensive position kind of favoring the right field here on the sequence of pitches. Lewis looks back at first, fires it in. Ball number 1 inside. Zhang keeps that out of harm's way. From behind, home plate. 1-0 count, top of the fourth, 0 outs. Lewis, pitch inside and down low. Ball number 2, 2-0. Lewis, pitch number 3 in and down low. And to the outside once again, 3 out, 3 balls. One more. What's said, of course, the batter over to first. It's more of our financial partners, Newton Lions Club, Best Pest Control, Miller Insurance Agency Incorporated. Lewis with the runner on first, fires it in. And strike number 1, 3-1 count. Rebels tied up with the Islanders. 1 run apiece here, top of the fourth. Here Client Scott Field. And with that, a quick walk given up by Tate Lewis. After, of course, we saw that base hit earlier on. Rolt's going to be next up. He's getting runners on first and second. Top of the fourth for the Kingman Islanders. The Rebels looking for the second win of the season. Coming into tonight with an overall record of 1-11. Islanders, on the other hand, won their last outing. 6-6 on the season. First pitch, ball down low, 1-0. Rebels going to have to pick up some outs if they don't want the Islanders to grow their lead here in the top of the fourth. Contact made out between first and second, and double play opportunity not going to be converted for the Rebels. Out was made by Jody Lopez over at second. But big number 22 for the Rebels. Canoyer not able to bring in a quick pass, ensuing pass. Out number 1 in the top of the fourth. Runner on first for the Islanders. Tate Lewis picks number 40. And up top, 1-0 count. Corey Reese up to bat for the second time. Tonight, contact made out to third and double play opportunity. Can they convert? No, they cannot. Canoyer, second consecutive miss over at first. 2 outs. Top of the fourth. Coaching staff can't be too happy after 2 consecutive errors for Canoyer. Couldn't quite keep his footing. Hake. He'll be next up for Kingman. Once again, 2 outs, top of the fourth. Rebels tied up with the Islanders. 1 run apiece. Lewis pitch in and to the outside. Ball number 1. Canoyer kind of looking unfazed after the 2 consecutive errors over at first. Tate Lewis still on the pitching mound. Rebels receives the signal and a stolen base trying to be converted from first to second. A fly ball. A foul ball off to the left side, not able to be brought down by the pursuing Rebels. 1-1 count. That being a foul ball, runner going to stay at first for the Islanders. Top of the fourth, 1-1 count, 2 outs. Just had a chance of getting out of here a handful of pitches ago. But a pair of missed double play opportunities hindered that. Top of the fourth, runner on first, pitch in and to the inside. Ball number 2, 2-1 count. Striker.
As you know.
Sees the Lewis pitch. Foul ball to the left side. Corey Reese still desperate. Steal his way over from first to second. Not a good opportunity quite yet. Pitcher and catcher got to be watching out for that. Jody Lopez is in a position to block that opportunity. Ball number 3. Full count, 3-2. Finally, the stolen base occurs, but can the Rebels put the Islanders back in the dugout with the strike? Fires it in. And a fly ball out to center field. Can the Rebels bring it down? Yes, they can after a slow descent. Top of the 4th is up. Bottom of the 4th coming up. The Rebels look to be in good position to pick up their second win of the season here in Klein Scout Field. Colorado Insurance Group Family Night here in Newton, Kansas. My name is Adrian Mulgeen, and the bottom of the 4th coming up.
Now that is number 15.
Number 15, Cooper Addison, going to kick us off here. Bottom of the 4th, the Rebels staying with the Islanders. Currently tied at 1 run apiece. Heading in once again to the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch 1, and in strike number 1. 0-1 count. Let's get some more of our financial partners. Charleston Insurance, Union State Bank, Faith and Life Bookstore. Next pitch, ball number 1. Midway Motors of Newton, Mark Fox, local Wygan Realtor. Peyton Paw, LLC, attorney at law. Tim Marler and family, Conrady Insurance Group. Brings up with another strike. 1-2 count. Addison didn't get a chance to bat, and the Rebels last game against the Dirtbags. 2-2 count. Pitch into Addison, another ball. 3-2, full count. 0 outs, bottom of the 4th. Addison have to get on base for the Rebels to grow their lead potentially, and he's going to be successful. He stays through that one, does not swing at the ball. Ball number 4 is going to walk him all the way over to first. Alex Canoyer. We saw him kind of fall short a little bit over at the first base spot. They're in the top of the 4th, a handful of errors, or a pair of errors, I should say. No doubt going to be looking to redeem himself It's that bad opportunity. Pitch number 1 in and to the outside, ball 1. Next pitch, Canoyer gets it all the way out to third base, and the double play is made by the Rebels. 2 outs on that one. A tough break off that Canoyer hit. Not his night, it feels like. 2 outs. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Rebels trying to reset. Lance White. Next up, 2 outs. Pitch in and in the strike zone. Strike number 1. Carter Helm fires another one in there inside. Almost hit Likey on that one. Ball number 1. 1-1 count. Pitch number 3. White makes contact. Going to be a foul ball to the right side. And the Islanders bring it down. A beautiful play to get that one down. Brings an end to the top of the 5th. Holy smokes, what a play. The catcher for the Islanders was in hot pursuit. He had to fall on his back to get that one. But nevertheless, he does. End of the bottom of the 4th. 3 outs. Rebels just on an unfortunate kind of side of things on that one. Top of the 5th coming. Ben Welichek going to start us off in terms of hitting for the Islanders. Tate Lewis remaining on the pitching mound for the Rebels. Only 47 pitches in here, entering the top of the 5th here in Clyde Scott Field. Colorado Insurance Group Family Night. Next pitch, contact made, going to be a fly ball, and Canoyer makes up for his previous errors. I know it looks like Canoyer going to be taking a break, actually, I should say. Jack Gardner replacing him over at first base. 1 out, top of the 5th. Game still tied up, 1 run apiece. The Rebels looking for their 2nd win of the season, entering tonight's matchup with an overall record of 1-11. First pitch in, and ball number 1. Next pitch, more of the same, outside and down low. Ball number 2. Top of the fifth, one out. No runners on base for the Islanders. Batter showed a bunt. Pulled back in time. Ball number 3. Top of the fifth. One out. And a 4th straight ball going to lead to the walk. Tate Lewis. Now a handful of walks so far. Reitmeyer, the one being sent over to first. Jurvik going to be next up. Top of the fifth, one out. Only 59 minutes into this ball game, and we're already at the top of the fifth. A fast-paced affair so far. St. Louis tests the runner over at first, unsuccessfully. First pitch, heading in momentarily. Lewis pitch is in, and big contact made out to center field, and another out put up by the Rebels. 2 outs. Top of the fifth, the Rebels look hungry to pick up their 2nd win of the season. Nolan not going to swing at the first one. Ball number 1. Big number 12, right-handed batter for the Rebels. Cloud Community College batter, not going to swing at that one either. Ball number 2. Runner once again on first for the Islanders. The Rebels picking up a pair of quick outs. Not going to get past the left fielder on that one. Over to Jordy Lopez. Runners now sitting at first and second for the Islanders to see if the Rebels can put him away. Top of the fifth, 2 outs. Helen next up. Carter Helm not going to swing at the first one. Down low. A bit of a slider to start us off. Ball number 1. Back to some of our host families. Becky Day family, Carrie Bood family, Heather Haskew family, Hope Graber family, the Peoples family. A big hit out to center field. Gonna hit the ground and not going to get over the wall. Avoiding the double. But 2 runners going to make it home for the Islanders. A double RBI. On that beautiful hit from Helm out to center field. Not a terrible way for this inning to go for the Islanders. Corey Reese going to be next up to try and match that double RBI. Once again, put up by Helm out to center field. Islanders leading 3-1 in the top of the fifth. Runner on second. 2 outs. And with that, potential pitching change can be made for the Rebels, or at least the meeting taking place over at the plate. The Islanders leading 3-1. It's getting runner on second, 2 outs. St. Louis set to resume play. This next pitch. 0-0 count. Islanders just put up the last 2 runs of the ball game for them of 3-1 over the Newton Rebels. First pitch in and to the outside. Ball one. 2 outs once again, top of the 5th. Not a cloud in sight here in Newton, Kansas. Slight wind over, it looks like, to the west. On a bad night for baseball, 2-0. Another ball for Lewis, 3-0. Getting a little lackluster here, it feels like. Start flirting with that strike zone again. But what do I know? So the pitch in. Down low, ball number 4. Another walk's going to put runners on first and second for the Newton Rebels. Volt's going to be next up with 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Rolfs once again out to bat. Ball number 1, 1-0 count. Conradi Insurance Group Family Night. Top of it, 2 outs. Ball number 2. Umpire not really given Lewis any benefits of the doubt. Next switch fired in. Strike 1. Lewis the 2-1 pitch. And in a fly ball, can Zhang bring it down? Yes, he can. And he puts an end to the top of the 5th. The Islanders leading 3-1 over the Rebels here in Conradi Insurance Group Family Night in Clint Scott Field. So what the Rebels can do in the bottom of the 5th, they got a chance to put some runs up on the board themselves when we come back. Welcome back to Clint Scott Field. My name is Adrian Holguin. Bottom of the 5th. This is to commence.
Number 2.
Koss going to be starting us off batting-wise for the Rebels. Bottom of the 5th. Islanders leading 3-1 after 2 runs were just allowed by the Rebel defense. Rebels once again looking their 2nd win of the season. Islanders, on the other hand, looking for their 7th. Ball 1. Carter Helm out of Tabor College. Fires that one in there to make a ball 2. Big swing. And a miss. 2-1. Next pitch uncontrolled by the catcher for the Islanders. 3-1 count now. Bottom of the 5th. 0 outs. A lot of time for the Rebels to get something going. In the previous game, the Rebels lost to the Dirtbags on the road. 13-11. Next pitch. Strike. Full count. 3-2. Siding one, fouled out to the left side. Blake Koff keeping himself alive. Out of Pratt Community College. Hometown of Pratt, Kansas. Adds up. 3-2 pitch. Gonna hit Koff right in the shoulder. Gonna get the free walk over to first. Like Jordy Lopez gonna be coming back up to bat the shortstop. The Newton Rebels.
And now again, number 32, Jordy Lopez.
Jordy Lopez, 3.24 batting average. 2 days ago against the Dirtbags. Koss gets tested over at first. Heads up play, gonna stay alive. First pitch coming for Lopez. Fired in Lopez, not gonna swing at it. Ball 1, outside. Lopez, shortstop out of Western Oklahoma University. Hometown of Wichita, Kansas. And a meeting going to take place over at the mound. Working our way up and down the batting order tonight for the Rebels. They ran through it a handful of times. So the Rebels did a good job of staying with the Islanders. But can they get some more runners home? We shall see. Michelle Ruggiero make his way home in the bottom of the 3rd. But no other runners have been as successful. Once again, 1-0 count. Bottom of the 5th, runner on first. For the Rebels, Jordy Lopez. Up to bat. Take a peek at some more of our financial partners. Roofing Services Unlimited. Platinum PDR Plus Paint. Shamrock Car Wash and Pouch Enterprises. John Oldham family. Newton Rebels founder Carl Hodges and family. And Arma Coatings of Wichita Incorporated. Islanders stretch back out after the meeting over. At the mound, Jordy Lopez, 1-0 count. Going to receive the 1-0 pitch. Not after Koss tried to get tested over at first. An incomplete pass leads him going all the way from first to 3rd. And he's not getting tested yet. He maybe could have gone home. Going to stay put at 3rd instead. Unforced error from the Islanders. We'll see if the Rebels can take advantage. Umpire, give us some words over to the infield. Oh, boy. I'm talking it over with coaching staff of the Rebels. Huh? Looks like we could be going back. Koss headed from 3rd to 1st. The umpire's ruling. Jordy Lopez still the batter up. Tough break. I'm not really sure what was going on there. I can hear the umpire all the way from up here. I wish I could. 1-0 pitch, heads in, and Koss going to try and steal his way over to second. Going to be successful after the error on the shortstop for the Rebels, or for the Islanders, I should say. So the Rebels kind of have the defense on their toes so far here. Wallazek was the shortstop out of Indiana State. I came into with that error. Contact from Jordy Lopez made over the head of said shortstop. Lopez going to stay over at first, but Koss heads over home and gets there, and Lopez also eventually makes his way over to second.
Number 7, Ryan Ruggiero.
A double RBI for Lopez brings Koss home, and Ryan Ruggiero, we saw him make his way home earlier on in the contest. We'll see if he can do it again. Rebels trailing 3-2, bottom of the fifth. Receives the first pitch, makes contact, strike one. Still bottom of the fifth. Islanders up 3-2 over the Rebels, who are fighting for their second win of the season. Lopez on second. Getting some attention. Pitch fired in instead. Ruggiero not going to swing at it. 1-1. One pitch heads in, and Ruggiero makes contact over the catch fence right behind him. 1-2. Blake Koss just went all the way home for the Rebels after the Jordy Lopez double RBI. Another pitch in, and Lopez over from second to third with that ball. 2-2 count. Their first victory in Clint Scott Field of the year for the Rebels tonight, if they can get it done. Ruggiero swings at that one outside, gets swung out for the first out of the bottom of the fifth. No harm, no foul. Zeng going to be stepping up. One out, bottom of the fifth. Lopez over once again at third. Always dangerous speedster out. Zeng, it's called for the strike. 0-1 count. Six and 6 Islanders up 3-2 over the 1-11 Rebels. Pitch in, down low. Ball number 1. Conrady Insurance Group Family Night here at Clint Scott Field, Newton, Kansas. Pitch number 3 and Zang makes contact. Strike number 2. 1-2. Count. I should clarify. 8:17 p.m. here in Newton, Kansas. Still on a clouded sight. I'll let you know if there is one. Breeze to the west. It's a bit of a curve ball out to the outside. 2-2. Carter Helms, 78 pitches so far. 79, another curve. Zhang makes contact, foul ball. 2-2 still. The count. One out, bottom of the fifth. Cops already came home for the Rebels earlier on. In the bottom of the fifth, another curve to the outside. Full count, 3-2. Curve, same spot. Gonna be another ball to the outside. Zhang gonna head over to first. Titan Gable gonna be next up. Once again, Lopez on third. Zhang on first. Bottom of the fifth, one out. Gable, if he wants to, can swing for the fences. A quick meeting taking place over at the pitching mound for the Islanders. 81 total pitches for Helms so far tonight. Expect the pitching change when we come back from Clyde Scott Field. Metallica plays in the PA speakers of Clyde Scott Field to bring us back into the bottom of the fifth. Indeed, a pitching change made for the Islanders. Number 4, Brett Meyer heading in, but out of position play. Here's an outfield out of Barton Community College. For the Islanders, out of Kingman, Kansas. Runners on first and third for the Rebels. Oh, well count. Titan Gable on into bat. Umpire had Dustin off. Home plate right there. Wants to get a good eye on this. I thought about testing Lopez over at third. get too lucky. Huh? Lopez is going to be heading over home. And Zhang heading over to second. A bit of a overcorrection right there from Meyer. Game tied up 3 apiece. In the bottom of the 5th, 1 out. Pitch outside. And down low. Game tied up 3 runs apiece. The bottom of the 5th after that, 1 out. Unforced error again from the Islanders. Kind of shooting themselves in the foot so far tonight. Pitch in, Gold makes contact. On the 1-0 count, going to be a foul out to the left side. And the Islanders unable to bring down a foul ball. The player's down now, left side. Gonna walk back onto the field of play. Look back over to the shortstop spot. Wallachek was the player. I went down. Now back in position. 1-1 count. Titan Goebel. Foul ball to the left side. 1-2 count. Two runs bottom of the 5th. For the Rebels, 2 runs top of the 5th. For the Islanders. And that was going to be a strikeout up against Goebel. I'll make a correction here. Looks like our scoreboard might be a little off. Islanders leading the Rebels 4-3. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Lost track somewhere. 8 total hits for the Islanders, only 5 for the Rebels. Switch in and down low, inside. Ball number 1. Meyer sees the call. Fires next one in there, and contact made. Beautiful play over the head of the third baseman. For the Islanders, going to bring another run home. Zhang ties the game up 4 runs apiece here in the bottom of the 5th here in Clarence Scott Field.
Cooper Addison.
Cooper Addison going to be next up. Running now on first for the Rebels. Addison once again didn't really get a chance from the batter's box in the last game against the Dirtbags for the Rebels. Pitch in and a fly ball out to left field. Going to be the 3rd out of the inning for the Islanders, which brings an end in process to the 5th inning. Top of the 6th coming up. This fast affair, only an hour and 27 minutes in. We're already in the 6th inning, top of the 6th coming up. Welcome back. Kyle Reese going to be kicking us off here. Top of the sixth, the Rebels put up 3 runs in the bottom of the fifth, and on the other side, the Islanders put up 2 of their own. Game tied up 4 runs apiece here, entering the 6th inning. Reese contact made out to Jordy Lopez. He's going to hold it in, not going to test him over at first. Smart play pitch.
Number 1, striker 8.
Hake next up. Didn't have much success. And the Islanders win over the Cannons just the other day on the 18th. 0.054 batting average. Those fires that one in there. Picks number 68 for him. Going to be uncontrolled. Reese going to head over from first to second on that. So 0 off the top of the 6th. St. Louis picks number 69. Wind up and fired in, and a foul ball off the left side. Strike 1. It's Conrad Insurance Group Family Night here in Klein Scott Field. Just looking back over at second, going to fire it in instead. Strike number 2. Zane that time keeps that one in his mitt. 1-2 count. Reese once again, the player over at second for the Islanders. St. Louis fires it in there. Up top. 2-2 count. Someone fired in there for a strike. That's going to be another strikeout for St. Louis. Number 27 going to head in to bat now for the Islanders. Runner on second. Once again, 1 out, top of the 6th. Walksheet, last time out there, batting average of 179. Last game for the Islanders against the Cannons. St. Louis in, and uncontrolled Zhang bounces off of him. And Reese going to stay over at third for advancing from second. Another unforced error for the infield. Defenders for the Rebels. Running now on third. 1-0 count. Top of the 6th. The pitch fired in there. Ball 2. 2-0 count. Rebels 1-11 on the season. Islanders coming off a big win against the Cannons. Hit over to Jordy Lopez, who can't quite bring it in. Out to left field. Another runner comes home. 5-4. Islanders lead. Coming off of a 3-2 win over the Cannons. Rittmeyer going to be next up against the Cannons. Batting average of 1.33. Lewis going to test the runner over at first. Going to be called safe. Jack Garner. And over at first in relief of Canoyer, who didn't have the best performance earlier on in the ball game. And a stolen base attempt for the Islanders is going to be successful. So they try to fire that thing in there, but gets a step too slow. 1-0 count. That's going to be another stolen base attempt over at third, and the Rebels able to get that one. Lance Wyke over at third base just fast enough to get the runner out for the Islanders, who stole his way all the way over from first to third. Wallachek was the one who went all the way over there, but it's going to end that sequence over on the bench. Ball number 3. Two outs. Pitch in, another ball. Ball number 4. Going to put a runner back over on first for the New Rebels. Jurevic's going to be up. And another. Me to get the pitching mound. If I can get my words out. New batter coming in. Looks like Tate Lewis going to be heading out after putting up 79 total pitches so far tonight. Number 5.
Now pitching.
Davin Hanote, a newcomer a little bit for the Rebels. Got kind of limited experience so far this season. Going to be in to pitch for the Rebels. His previous outings, he's looking impressive. Got a heck of a fastball. Can really fire it in there. 2 outs already. Bottom of the 6th. Top of the 6th, I should say. We'll see what he can do when we come back. Gavin Jurevic's going to be stepping back up. 0-0 count. 2 outs. Runner on first. For the Islanders, once again, a bit of a pitching change being made for the New Rebels. Number 25, Davin Hanote. Sitting off his first. Receives the signal. Fires it in, and the stolen base attempt over from first to second, not going to be challenged. Now on second, from first, still 2 outs, top of the 6th. Islanders lead 5-4. Swing by Kingman. Strike number 1. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Once again. Some of our host families, Becky Day family, Kieran Bood family, Heather Haskey family, Hope Graber family, Kelly Peoples family, Kim Pouch family, Melissa Wardell family, and Michelle Kaufman family. Next pitch. Down low to the outside, ball 1. Ball 2. Getting ahead of myself here, I apologize. At least I caught myself. And that's next pitch. Going to be a ball 3. 3-1 count. Rebels trying to get one more out to bring an end to the top of the 6th and send this one into the bottom of the 6th. Fifth note pitch. Gonna be a strike. Full count, 3-2. A note, fires the next one in there. Foul ball to the right side. Gonna stay a full count, 3-2. Here at the top of the sixth, highly contested affair. Islanders up 5-4 over the Rebels. Rebels looking for their second win of the season. First one here in Clyde Scott Field this season. Hano rifles another one in there, and it's going to be a foul ball to the right side. Batter goes down. Well, I don't know if maybe the pitch caught the batter. Maybe I didn't see it. Could always be the case of Clay Stoner. Number 20 for the Rebels. Luke Clayton. The one who was at bat previously. Trying to walk it off, it looks like. Clayton walks it off. He picks back up his bat. He's going to get one more crack at it on this 3-2 count. Two outs, top of the sixth. One more strike needed to end this one and send it into the bottom of the sixth. Pitch in up top. Going to be a walk over to first. Runners on first and second. On Friend. That going to be next up. One runner in scoring position for the Kingman Islanders. One also on first. Once again, just off for Kingman. Self situated there. Jackson Cross go down. But Cloud Community College, he's over at first. We'll see if that kind of hobbles him a little bit, but strike number one. Next pitch coming up here, top of the sixth. Honors up 5-4. Next pitch in. No swing. And ball number one. One count. Make contact with foul ball. It's got a 1-2 count here in the top of the sixth. Friend at a Cloud Community College. 286 batting average his last time out. Next pitch fired in and swung at. A foul ball, going to stay 1-2. Two outs till top of the sixth. Here in Clyde Scott Field, Conrad Insurance Family Night for the Newton Rebels. Run through more of our financial partners. Conrad Insurance Group, Patriot Roofing Services, Platinum PDR Plus Paint. And that pitch high and uncontrollable. The runner's going to go from second to third. And first to second. On that one, the runner's on second and third now. That was a mouthful. Going to stay at 2-2 count. here in Klein Scottfield. The Rebels fighting for their second win of the season. Currently trailing 5-4. So taking a Platinum PDR plus paint. Roofing services unlimited. Next pitch and another uncontrollable pitch. One more run scored by the Islanders. And another runner heading over from second to third. Islanders up 6-4 here, top of the sixth, 2 outs. Rebels shooting themselves in the foot. 3-2 count. And Klein Scottfield. Keno gets the signal. Winds up and fires it off. And another one. Exact same one. Up top and to the left. Yet another run put in by Kingman. Islanders up 7-4. Top of the sixth. Looks like deja vu on that one. 3 pitches in a row. Exact same location. Zhang unable to bring in either of them as they went over his head. Islanders up 7-4. Here on the top of the sixth. A bit of a learning experience. So the Rebels can bounce back. Also walked the previous batter. Helen coming back up with 2 outs top of the sixth. Running now on first for the Kingman Islanders. Three runs scored so far for the Islanders in top of the sixth. Next pitch to the right side. Second to kind of dive to stay in front of that one. Ball 1. Two outs still top of the sixth. I mean, one quick turnaround could bring it into the top of the sixth and bring us into the bottom of the sixth. Next pitch. Inside that time, but out of the strike zone, ball 2. We'll still yet to win in Klein Scottfield this season. Trying to turn that around. Hano finally winds up right down the strike zone. Fastball right down it, 2-1. It's good Conrad Insurance Group family night. We kind of took note of the lack of depth maybe in the lineup. For the Islanders, hasn't really affected them so far. 7-4 is their lead. No. The runner on first fires that one over, and going to be a foul ball, it looks like. Thought it was going to be an out over at first, as did many of the fans here in Klein Scottfield, but umpire going to keep it alive for the Islanders 2-2. Now 8:48 in the PM in South Central Kansas. Contact made, but a foul. Going to say 2-2 Hano. Now 20 pitches in. I'll have 3 runs so far here in the top of the sixth. Have the Rebels. Ten total hits for the Islanders, only 6 for the Rebels so far. 2-2 count. I know it fires it in. Contact made. Gonna be a foul ball over the catch fence. Gonna say 2-2. A pretty extensive little battle here. Actually end out the top of the sixth. Islanders not want to go away lightly after it's been nothing but Kingman at the top of the sixth. Carter Helms sitting back up out of Barton Community College. Sets back up, ball, and a stolen base from first to second. For the Islanders, full count, 3-2. Pitch fired in and swung at, and gonna maybe be an out over at first. No, gonna be just barely safe. Runner's gonna be at first and third for the Islanders. The Rebels having trouble getting out of the top of the sixth. Reese gonna be next up. Gonna reset the count. 2 outs. Top of the sixth. Entering this inning, the Rebels were tied up 4 runs apiece against the Islanders, who now lead 7-4. Reese back up. Perfect batting average just game. 5-0. Strike one. And another stolen base opportunity from first to second, going to be converted by the Islanders. Offensive. 1-1 count. And Oak is trying to find a way to get out of this inning. 25 pitches so far. One pitch heads in to the outside.
Ball 2-1.
Two-one pitch. Rifled in and swung at. Let me strike number 2. 2-2 count. Reach resets. Gonna wait the next pitch. Which goes to the outside. 3-2. A full count. A walk would load up the bases for the Islanders. Currently have runners on third and second after the previous steal. Pitch is going to be swung at and going to bring it into the top of the sixth. Islanders leading 7-4. 2 outs top of the sixth. Bottom of the sixth coming up.
Now batting number 2, Alex Kinoir.
First baseman Alex Kenoyer going to kick us off here. Bottom of the 6th. The Islanders leading the Rebels 7-4. They're putting up 3 runs. Top of the 6th. First pitch in to the outside. So I'd say inside right there, but not giving it. 1 count. Next pitch, inside, 1-1. So what happens on this 1-1 pitch? Gets rifled in. And to the top. 2-1. Still 0 outs, bottom of the 6th. Big hit over to first. Beautiful play. That time by Helm. Holy smokes, out of Barton Community College. Jumped up and got that one out of the air. Lance White going to be next up. Pitch in outside. Be a 1-0 count, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. The Islanders up 7-4. Next pitch. Fired in. Strike number 1. Against White. A 1-1 count, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, Islanders leading 7-4. 6-6 Islanders allowed that hit out to center field. White make contact with the ground out to first. Going to be a quick single.
Number 2, Blake Foss.
Let's get Conradi Insurance Family Night. Conradi office over on Broadway. Newton, Kansas. Go check them out. What do you got to do? Pitch in the strike zone. 0-1 Blake Koss. We saw him steal his way all the way to home earlier on. 0-1 count. Koss, contact made. We got foul ball. 0-2. White still on first for the Rebels. Send it in inside. Ball number 1. 1-2 count, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. Last chance at it. In the bottom of the 5th, yeah, the Rebels put up 3 runs. Trying to match that. Cost contact. Double play opportunity. They're going to get one of them. But Cost makes it over to first. 2 outs.
Now batting number 32, Jordy Lopez.
2 outs bottom of the 6th. Jordy Lopez. Set back up midway through the batting lineup once again. 2 outs bottom of the 6th. Islanders up 7-4. Blake Koss on first. Pitch number 1 in and uncontrollable. Blake Koss gets over to second. Thought about taking third. Going to stay instead. Wild pitch. Myers pitch. Fouled off real quick. Lopez made contact with it. Almost got at a standstill right now. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. You have a runner on second. But Islanders kind of taking back control of this ball game. Myers' next pitch to the inside. Lopez makes contact, but he will get called out of the fly ball that went over to left field. Islanders leading 7-4 to end the bottom of the 6th. Top of the 7th coming up from Klein Scott Field. Welcome back, Klein Scott Field. The Rebels trying to stay alive in the 7-4 matchup in Klein Scott Field. Trying to pick up their first home win of this year's campaign. Grow their lead up to 2-11 on the season. My name is Adrian Holguin. The Islanders put up 3 runs there in the top of the 6th after some pitching errors. Once again, come back to haunt the Rebels. But kind of their Achilles heel so far over the course of this season. Pitch number 1. It's going to be a ball. And Rolfs awaits the pitch. Going to be outside again. Ball number 2, 2-0. Next one. Strike. Strike 1. Pitch number 4, fired in. Going to be strike number 2. Beautiful pitch just to the inside. 2-2. Fired. Next pitch high into the outside. Tested the batter on that one. 3-2. Islanders up 7-4 once again, top of the 7th. Rebels need to get something going here quickly. Pitch in and swung at. Jody Lopez going to try to get it over to first. And he will be successful. Out number 1, top of the 7th.
Kyle Reese.
Kyle Reese out of Pratt Community College, heading up to try his hand at Bayer, who just now got into the ball in his first inning, is the top of the seventh. Bayer's next one inside. Fastball inside. 1-0. Bayer taking another throw at it. Gets to the inside of the strike zone. Top left corner. 1-1 again. Next one swung at over to third base, and the White fires it over to first, into the dirt. Runner going to be safe over at first. Could have been the second out of the inning for the Rebels, but another unforced error.
Now at number 1, striker 8.
Striker number 1, bottom of the batting lineup. Once again, finds himself out there. Up against Bayer, 1 out, top of the seventh. Bayer taking his time. Finally fires it in there. Going to be a little bit of pitch going to have a little bit of a curve to it on the outside. 1-0. 1 out, top of the seventh. Runner once again on first for another unforced error in the infield for the Rebels. Pitch. Strike number 1 to the outside. Brendan Bayer, Colorado, Delta Colorado, I should say. Runner trying to steal his way over from first to second. They're going to be out for the Rebels. Defense, 2 outs, top of the seventh. Two, 1 count. Sucker receives the pitch. Gotta be high, gonna be a ball. Bayer fires this one in there, gonna be down low, and he's gonna walk striker over to first base. Off the 4-1 count ends up being. Walchek. Next up, top of the batting order. And for the Islanders, lone runner on first. For Kingman, 2 outs, top of the seventh. Bayer to the outside, almost out of the reach of Zhang. I should say. 1-0. Two outs, runner on first. Bayer straight down the strike zone. Looked like from up here, ball 2. Could have gone either way. Wise man would say, at least I like to believe. 2-0 pitch. Talk a bit over to Lopez. Going to try for the double play. Well, don't even need it. They just get the runner out of second, and it brings it into the top of the seventh. Rebels down 7-4, but luckily for them, get out of the top of the seventh unscathed. Bottom of the seventh coming up. Ryan Ruggiero back up to bat for the Rebels. Currently trying 7-4. Ruggiero put up a run earlier on in the contest. Pitch number 1. Hard contact, going to fall on the ground before it gets in the hand of the center fielder. Ruggiero, quick base hit. Going to find himself down on
35. Zhang.
Zhang going to be next up. Thank you for the Rebels. Staying on 160 batting average last time out. Ball number 1. Next pitch out of the pitcher's hand, and Zhang hard contact out to right field, and an error out in right field from Kingman. Gonna send Zhang over to second, and Ruggiero over to third. 2 runners in scoring position now. Here in the bottom of the 7th for the Rebels.
Now at bat, number 8,
Titan Gable now back up 0 outs once again, bottom of the 7th. Rebels have a golden chance to get some runs on the board here. 2 runners in scoring position. Good hits put up by the Rebels tonight. Gable, I think against the Dirtbags, a 13 to 11 point loss. Batting average 267. That was contact made out between first and second. Ruggiero heads home. Zhang going to stay over at third. Rebels trailing 7-5 now, with Ruggiero getting a second run of the ballgame.
Now second at the bat, number Justice Hinesley.
Hinesley going to now be stepping up. Big number 3. 0 outs, bottom of the 7th. Myers, 47th pitch in. And a quick steal from Gable from first to second. Gable, contact made. Gable out just second. Justice Hinesley. Waiting the 1-1 pitch. It bounces off of Hinesley. Base is now going to be loaded for the Rebels. Here in the bottom of the 7th, anything can happen.
15. Addison.
Cooper Addison. He'll be stepping back up to the plate. Finally, the Rebels showing some signs of life. Still 0 outs, nothing to lose here for Addison. And a meeting going to take place over at the pitching mound. The Rebels look to be having the Islanders on their heels here in Client Scott Field Conradi Insurance Family Night. Stay with us. Setting back up, bottom of the 7th. Addison sees the pitch. Big swing right out of the hands or between first and second base. The first second baseman brings 2 runs home on a single double RBI. Rebels tie the game up 7 apiece in the bottom of the 7th. Jack Gardner going to be next up. Three runs put up here in the bottom of the 7th by the Rebels. It's going to be on first and third. Jack Gardner out of Hutchinson Community College, Warsaw, Missouri. Pitch number 1 and contact made between second and third. One more runner going to be heading home and another one going to be at third. And Gardner going to stay over at first. 8-7 Rebels lead.
27,
Lance White setting up big number 27, third baseman. Bottom of the 7th, still 0 outs. Rebels are going to try and pile it on here. Going to try to pick up their second win of the season. Another beat going to come up. White not happy about it. Rebels now finding maybe a sense of optimism a little bit. Like a sense of confidence it looks like. They look like a whole new team here. And a pitching change is going to be taking place as the Rebels just put up their 4th run once again at the bottom of the 7th. Nolan Friend subs into the ball game as the pitcher for the Islanders. They're currently trail 8-7 here, bottom of the 7th. Runners on first and third for the Rebels. 4 runs already put in this inning by the Rebels. That's Mike still up to bat. Friend looking over at first. Communicating. Moves down low, fires it in there, and a stolen base chance for the Rebels is going to be converted, and another runner is going to come home after another infield error. Runner heading over to third, over to home, another in. Complete pass leads to the second runner coming home. Second runner was Jack Gardner. We saw him get on the base earlier on in this inning. The Rebels finally showed signs of life. Now up 10-7. 6 runs put up here in the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch in and strike 1. 1-1 count. Rebels 10. Islanders 7. Next pitch, ball 2. No outs. Bottom of the 7th. Mike. Foul ball. 2-2. Next one, White makes heavy contact, but a big time stop in the infield by the Islanders. Holy smokes. Striker. Striker, we've been seeing him at bat plenty of times tonight, but this time playing shortstop, and he picks that one out of the air. Out 1. Bottom of the 7th. Koss going to step back up, has a runner under his belt tonight. First pitch, strike 1. Friend only 15 pitches into his night so far. Goes down for this one. Gonna end it right in the middle of the strike zone. 0-2. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. This pitch inside, ball 1. Koss, big swing and another strikeout. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th.
Rudy Lopez.
Judy Lopez is going to be next up. Back to the top of the batting lineup. Rebels up 10-7. Judy Lopez is a big part of that. Lopez not going to swing at that one. Strike 1. Fires another one in there into the dirt. 1-2. And another strikeout. Jeez Louise, Fred comes in. He makes a big time impact already. 3 outs. Now here in the bottom of the 7th. Lopez unsuccessful in his attempt. Going to bring up the top of the 8th coming up here from Klein Scott Field. The Rebels up 10-7. Could they finish this ball game out after 8.5 innings? We shall see. 8th inning coming up.
Next, Redmire.
Top of the 8th, Rittmeyer going to be starting us off here. Byer going to stay in as the pitcher for the Rebels, the closer tonight. Rebels leading 10-7. They put up 6 runs, bottom of the 7th. Byer fires it in and forces the foul to the left side. Byer 1.33 batting average since last time out. Ball 1. Third pitch in, and a foul ball. Foul ball number 2. Strike 2. Byer going to try to put him away. You get another strikeout. First would be the first out of the top of the 8th. Byer in, and a hard contact at the center field, and the Rebels bring it down. First out, top of the 8th. Again, a win tonight would be the first home win for the Rebels this season.
Now batting number 20, Gavin
Jurovich heading back out. Byer and enforces the swing and forces the hit over to third, but the throw just off target over to first base. Jack Gardner was waiting for it, but runner safe at first. First pitch, down low. Ball 1. Next one to the outside. Nolan friend, we saw him. Going to the shortstop spot. Next pitch outside and throw from Sang over to second. Not able to avoid the stolen base. Three balls. No strikes. 3-0 count. Top of the 8th. Islanders trying to keep this team alive. That next ball heads inside uncontrolled. Runners now on first and third.
Now batting number 12, Dylan Quinn.
Rebels less than 2 innings away from possibly their second win of the season. One out, still top of the 8th. Anything can happen. Byer fires it in, up top, ball 1. Helm, not going to swing at it, another ball, 2-0. Rebels up 10-7. 2-0 pitch. Fired in. Up top. Ball number 3. Are going to have to start getting a little more aggressive here if he wants to put this thing away. Sends it in and into the dirt. Another walk. Bases now loaded for the Islanders, who trail 10-7.
Austin Bliss.
Another meeting happening now at the pitching mound. Another pitching change coming up here. The Rebels don't want to risk anything. Bases loaded. Top of the 8th. 3-run lead. We're back. Pitching change made for the Rebels. Wyatt Druid heading in, right-handed pitcher out of Tabor College. 1 out, top of the 8th. Bases loaded for the Kingman Islanders, who are down 10-7 to the Rebels. Rebels look for their second win of the season. First win in Clyde Scott Field this season. Oh, okay. Pitch number 1, swung at down low. Strike 1. Pitch number 2, swung at once again. Double play opportunity. And the Rebels pick it up. A beautiful defensive stand. They're going to hold on to the 10-7 overall lead. A beautiful job by Lopez of setting that one up. Also from the shortstop spot, the Rebels have just to grow the lead here, bottom of the 8th, and then hold on to it, top of the 9th. We'll see what happens when we come back. Clyde Scott Field, Colorado Insurance, Family Night. 0 outs. Now, bottom of the 8th, Ryan Ruggiero going to start off the Rebels from the batter's box. As they try to put this game away, the Rebels do, here in Clyde Scott Field. First pitch in, a ball. Second pitch, same thing, same exact pitch. 2 balls. Next one up top. 3-0. Sure, we have seen him getting on base a handful of times. Maybe they're not going to test him. Next one, going to be a ball up top. Ruggiero gets to walk over to first.
Number 55,
Sang going to be next up. Catcher for the Rebels. Runner on first now, Ryan Ruggiero. 0 outs, bottom of the 8th. Friend fires it in. Outside, ball 1. 28 pitches for him so far tonight. Ruggiero still on first. Thought about stealing his way over to second. Ball 2. Ruggiero taking off. And a big time hit by Zay out to right field. Gonna be an error out in right field. Ruggiero rounding the bases and heading home for, I believe, his 3rd run of the game. What a day for him. 11 runs, 7 for the Islanders.
Number 8, Titan Gable.
Titan Gable gonna be next up. Holy smokes, the Rebels is railing it on him right now. 30 pitches for Friends so far. And Titan Gable setting up. No runs. Bottom of the 8th, the Rebels up by 4. Gable lets it go. High into the outside. Next one inside, ball 2. Sang on second. Ruggiero just came home. Go hard contact, foul ball to the left side. Another foul. You know where it went? To the left side. 2-2. Rebels once again leading 11-7. Could get their 2nd win of the season tonight. Strike number 3 to the outside. The home crowd not liking that one bit. Holy smokes.
Number Justice Hinesley.
3 strikes and you're at Justin Hinesley stepping back up. 1 out now, bottom of the 8th. Friend, pitcher for the Islanders finally finds some luck. Swing on the first attempt. Justice Hinesley going to want to have that one back. Strike 1. Next one. Try to catch Zhang over at second. Unsuccessful. Friend looking intently over at the catcher signal. Pitch inside. 1-1. Oof. Swinging him. Well, gonna say swing and a miss, but Hinesley makes contact. Foul ball. 1-2. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. Justice Hines out of Southwest Baptist College. There you have it. Swing another miss. Another strikeout. 2 outs now. Bottom of the 8th. Rebels looking for the first win of the season. Cooper Addison going to be next up. 9:42 now. For almost 3 hours. Rebels been working hard. Had to fight back from a big deficit early on. A 4-run deficit, and then they have put up 6 runs. Bottom of the 7th. Oh, big time hit. Gonna be a foul ball out to the right side. Addison. Boom, that one out there, but strike 1. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Cooper Addison, outfielder. Northeastern Oklahoma A&M. Rogers, Arkansas. Hometown. Pitch number 2. 0-1 pitch. No swing. Strike 2. 0-2 is your count. Staying still on second for the Rebels. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Next one, Addison. Hard contact, and will it be gone? Oh, no, it will not. It bounced off the far wall. It looks like it was gone there for a second. Addison still rounding the bases over to third. It's going to be a triple RBI for him. Zhang heads home. Rebels up 12-7. What a killer play from Addison. Jack Gardner going to be next up. Saw him make his way home earlier on in the contest as well. It's hard to find Rebels who haven't made it home earlier on in the game. Rebels up 12-7, bottom of the 8th. Pitch number 1, contact foul ball. Right into the danger zone. Might want to go out and check your cars. Might not have a windshield. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. Comes in from Friend. Down low and into the dirt. Uncontrolled pitch. And oh my goodness, Addison makes it all the way from third to home. Rebels up 13-7. 3 runs now. Bottom of the 8th for the Rebels. 2 outs. After this one. After the bottom of the 8th. The Rebels can put away the Islanders in the top of the 7th. This game will be over, and the Rebels will become victorious once again in Clan Scott Field. Pitch in. Hard swing. Time by Gardner. 1-2. Two outs, bottom of the 8th. Next pitch in and out. Another swing from Gardner leads to another strikeout. Bottom of it comes to a close with 3 outs, but the Rebels leading the Islanders 13-7 after putting up 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Will that be enough? We will find out when we come back. Top of the 9th coming up. The Rebels could become 2-11 with their second win of the season. First one in Clan Scott Field of course, the year. My name is Adrian Holguin. Stay with us. Top of the ninth coming up. The Rebels in prime position to put up their second win of the season, first one in Klein Scott Field. Big hit between right on second base, and then Lopez, big time throw out to first. One out, top of the ninth. Reese going to be next up. He's had some success. One out, top of the ninth. 6-run lead for the Rebels. That one, ball one. Reese, hard contact, and he will be called out at first. One more out until the Rebels bring home their second win of the season. Striker going to be next up, bottom of the batting lineup. See if the Rebels can put him away. Swing and a miss. Foul. 0-1 count. Druid, only 6 pitches in, could end out this ball game. 0-1 count. Druid gets the signal. Fires it in. Down low and inside, ball one. One count here on Conradi Insurance Family Night for Klein Scott Field. Uncontrolled pitch, 2-1. The Rebels founded back in year 2000. Hit the World Series 14 times. Next pitch. Down low to the outside, 3-1. It's like Druid kind of taking his time. Being patient. Next pitch. Looked him. I thought it was down the middle right there, but I guess a little bit to the left side. Walk over to first. Wolchek. Top of the batting lineup. Stepping up. Striker gets walked over to first. Rebels up 13-7. Two outs, top of the ninth. That pitch down low. Ball one. Druid looks back over to first. Got a fire in the pitch. Inside, strike one. Druid out of Danville, Kansas. Pitcher for the Rebels, a hard swing and a hard hit, I should say, out to right field. Throw goes over to third, and runner's going to come home. Another runner's heading over to second. And the Rebels up 13-8 here, top of the ninth, trying to put the Islanders away. Two outs. Rhett Meyer going to be next up. Going to have another meeting on the pitching mound to end us off. Rebels up 13-8 here. Top of the ninth, 2 outs. Came into this game with a record of 2-11 or 1-11. They could be 2-11 after a win tonight if they could secure it. Currently up 5 runs, top of the ninth, 2 outs. Have to get one more out to close out this ball game. We'll see if they can do it. My name is Adrian Hogan, and we'll be back. Back in play, Druid back at it on the pitch and mound. 0-0 count, 2 outs, top of the ninth. First pitch inside, but strike one. Second pitch. Fired in, down low, ball one, 1-1 count. One pitch, and a fly ball in the infield. Going to bring an end to this one. Out of the top of the ninth, the Rebels victorious, move their overall record to 2-11. First win in Klein Scott Field. What a ride it's been, to be honest with you. Previously tonight, they found themselves down multiple runs entering the bottom of the sixth. Then they fought their way back 6 total runs in the bottom of the seventh. Wasn't enough to put the Islanders away tonight. And then 3 runs, bottom of the eighth. Hopefully this is kind of the catapult that the Rebels need. This win at home to catapult themselves into the rest of the regular season. Next up, they got a triple affair of away matchups. The Aviators going to be 2 of them, and the Twins going to be the third.
Thank you to Pat and Powell.
Rogerio put in multiple runs as well. The hometown guy allow for the Rebels to once again be victorious with the record over to 2-11. Islanders now fall to 6-7 on the season after a heartbreaking loss tonight to the Rebels. My name is Adrian Hogan, and thank you for allowing me to bring this broadcast to you. Love this matchup in Klein Scott Field. This has been Conradi Insurance Family Night here at Klein Scott Field. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me tonight, I should say. We'll be back on the 26th here at Klein Scott Field when the Rebels take on the Derby Twins here in Newton. Come out and join us. You will not disappoint. The Rebels victorious. 2-11 on the season.